Hello, this is Seeking ASMR here with a very exciting video that I am so happy to be able to share with you and present to you. So, as you guys know, I do a lot of thrift store shopping where I look for fun collectibles or just fun toys and different things I can share with the channel or even sometimes add to my personal collection. So today I was very lucky and just really surprised what I found. So the full extent of it is actually still a mystery to me, because I wanted to share this with the channel and be able to just discover with you guys what cards we have today and see if there's any special surprises. So what we have here is a set of maybe 600 Magic the Gathering cards. Now this is a card game that's been around for over 25 years now. It's actually just past the 25th anniversary. And the cards we have today are very old for the hobby. So these cards are probably printed and purchased and enjoyed within the first 3 years to probably 6 years of the hobby. Lots of the ones that I saw were on the earlier end of that, where there's a lot of good just collectible classic cards and a lot of potential for just great additions to any Magic the Gathering fans collection, not to mention classic and beautiful artwork from years past in styles that might not be as represented today in the modern style artwork. But over the years, the game has stayed very true, and it is just such a fun, deep, and interesting game. So today we'll go through these cards and see what we have. I might explain a few of them, or we'll just really take our time and enjoy what we found. So I probably saw about 30% of these cards, maybe less. I did see couple really good ones and special cards. Nothing on the highest spectrum of what we could expect maybe from cards in this age range and vintage, but definitely a card that alone made it worth this $20 purchase purely from a maybe financial standpoint. But the real value and the most important value maybe is going to be just enjoying these cards and just experiencing the artwork and relaxing and just experiencing the fun and excitement of discovering what we have found. So actually, one more thing, I did find these with a box similar size of Pokemon cards, which I haven't gone through yet. Now, I'm going through these Magic cards first, just because I think there's maybe a higher chance of disappointment, as far as there's a really wide range of what we could expect. I mean, from the age of cards I'm seeing, we could see a $400 card or $400 in cards spread out, all the way down to maybe just that $30 card I found in a lot of bulk. So you just never know with Magic. But Pokemon, you know what you're gonna get. You might not get really any value or really anything you can sell, but you're gonna see some nice nostalgic Pokemon. There's always the chance for a surprise, nice collectible, like lucky hit, but it's not quite on the same range as Magic. Like, there's so many Magic cards that are just extremely valuable now. but also just a tremendous amount that are worth very little and just for the owner's enjoyment. But Pokemon, it's a little bit more leveled out. You know what you're gonna get. And sometimes you get more lucky than others, but it's always a fun ride. So I want to do that next, just having something to bring me back down to reality a bit, or to curb my expectations a little. So we'll go ahead and do this Magic the Gathering lot first. And I guess it's suitable because this is the first card game essentially. And it actually is printed by the same company, Wizards of the Coast, as the early Pokemon cards I found. So we'll go ahead and get started with these, talking long enough. And let's see what we got. So I noticed a lot of these revised cards. Revised is one of the earliest sets, but I'd say it's right before they became a little bit less desirable, or right after. The card series right before it is Unlimited, and you'll know if we have any Unlimited cards. Mainly, they're really similar. People can tell the ink and the printing, but really just this artist line here. If that name was more in the center, we would have a Unlimited card, which they tend to be at least like 5 times more valuable, if not even higher than that. There's a few other differences, but that's the easiest to just catch from afar. So we'll hope for some of those. Of course, they're not all going to be Unlimited or revised. We have some sets here. This is a couple Fallen Empire cards. A few good ones from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pull out what we have today. So a few deck boxes in there that said revised, so I was thinking we'd maybe have like some full decks or some just crazy cards that came in those back in the day. But they're actually empty, so what we have here is this box filled to about here with these 2 deck boxes, and there might even be, yeah, so this isn't a full row either. But it's still a pretty good collection, especially when we have cards of this age. And I was seeing a few basic lands, or several. But again, enough good cards to make it definitely worth the purchase, especially considering I can share them with you. But yeah, we have this revised edition. There's like a very expensive card that could have been in here, but I doubt anything along those lines would be. So just go ahead and get started. Again, I went through about 30% of these, so I think that pile I just looked at was familiar. And then I'm thinking just those sitting there are ones I've looked at. But here, I'm going to go ahead and just straighten these up slightly. And then, yeah. So I've mentioned I go to thrift stores like all the time. I've been going for probably like 8 years and going multiple times a week to multiple stores per trip. And I've found Magic cards so few times. So, Mercadian Mask. So these are some of the earlier expansions after they started getting like set symbols and names. So let's see the year. So about 1999. And I'm not as familiar with some of these like mid-old sets, but we will separate our rares. So some of the newer cards that have the set symbols, we can tell it's a rare because of the yellow coloring on the set symbol. But anyway, there's not a ton of value in some of those mid sets. I mean, there is, and I'll know it when we see it. Is this good so far? We're seeing rares, and they weren't separated. So, again, lots of basic islands. And they're all revised so far, not Unlimited. And then also Unlimited will say tap instead of having that, which means, so, oh gosh, another one. So here's a Mana Vault. I thought there might have been 2 in here, because I looked, this is like a $30 card. It would be worth more if it was Unlimited. It would be worth like $100. But I have one of these actually sleeved up. We'll find another one in there. This is an unsleeved one, so it's not the one I first came across. So this just made this really nice. So got a Mana Vault. gives you 3 colorless mana, and then doesn't untap unless you pay 4 mana during your upkeep or whatever. And if it remains tapped, it does 1 damage to you. Drawing mana from this artifact is played as an interrupt. So yeah, mana abilities are instant. I'll let you guys kind of read that a little bit better. I messed that up. I didn't plan on reading the whole card. These old cards can be a little bit more wordy. But yeah, that's awesome to find. I hope we find some more just really neat stuff. But 2 mana vaults, that's nice. I don't know if it was a rare back in the day or what, but that's cool. And that's cool that whoever owned this collection didn't just donate a bunch of bulk. So did I look at this? When I looked at this, we'll put cards we look at just over here, and then special cards here. So this deck is filled, so we'll go through that, of course. But yeah, when I saw those revised starter decks in there, I was just like, my mind just went to just the craziest possibilities of what I could expect. But this is already like way better than the last time, like a couple years ago, that I found a lot at this particular store. But yeah, I have found, out of thousands of trips to the thrift store, like literally thousands, I've only seen Magic cards maybe 4 times now. Like, I think and yeah, 4 times, and like one of them, like I can't even really recall because there wasn't really anything. And then one time I just found like one $7 like dual land, which was nice. Sacred Foundry. So yeah, Soul Ring. Let's see. So this card is used heavily almost every Commander deck, which is a series, or a format, like a multiplayer free-for-all. It's really cool. But this card, you tap it, add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool. This ability is played as an interrupt. So this is about a $10 card for this revised. Even newer printings are about $5 to $6 now, maybe a little less, but the unlimited one would have been worth like $150 just for reference. But that's a really nice one to find. Planes, now this is how they used to foil them, like a reverse holo, like you'll see on some of the Pokemon cards. But this is a really nice shape for a foil this age. This is a cool card. I like foil, like planes especially, but just basic lands are cool. I think I have one of these foiled like this, but it's not nearly as like effective and shiny as this one. This like is a really good condition collection for the age. Put that over here. I think I'm gonna get my rares a little bit better. So a bunch of planes. This is fine. I mean, already did good, so might see if any of my friends want some older lands, because these are nice older lands for sure. Make sure I think we went through that again. I'm really excited about this lot because I just find it so rarely. I'm probably being a little sloppy, but hope you guys still find it relaxing and interesting or entertaining or something. Alright, so we'll start getting into stuff I haven't seen, except there is, I believe, one more mana vault. And I hope I'm right about that, but this, I don't think I took the sleeve off. Maybe I did. That'd be goofy. Yeah, I might have actually taken that sleeve off just for this, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure there's another mana vault, but we'll see. Okay, cool. And I saw that sleeve coming up, so 2 mana vaults. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't hanging over our head long, and I know that's a couple $1 card. That's a reserve list card, meaning they won't print it again. Like they can't. So some of the cards I'm hoping for are old reserve list cards, so that's good to see. At least a couple of reserve lists. These might be worth a couple bucks, but I don't know. I'll put this aside. Got a bunch of regeneration. And I'll go through this again for sure. Life Force. I almost feel like that's good too. Oh no. And I think I could be wrong. I need to have an unlimited card. That almost looks like that text line is in the middle. That might be. I'm not 100% sure. That might be unlimited instead of revised. Yeah. Just, you see these old cards so rarely that Prodigals, that it's just, you don't know the value as well, because I haven't played with these cards much. These older cards, there's not many people playing them in paper, and there are just like a lot of junk cards. So I mean, you know the big hitters. Nothing like... Okay, so here's something cool. A couple... Oh, gosh. 2 lightning bolts. So these are a few dollars each. So this is unlimited... Or revised. And then this is like 4th edition here. Those are each a couple... $3. And even that fireball might be good. But I don't really think so. Flash fires. Oh, planes. Oh, I just found... at a antique mall a copy of this that was from Beta, which is like the second oldest. I'd say it's like kind of like Shadowless or something equivalent of Pokemon, and it ended up being worth $30, and I found it for 5 cents. But I don't think that's the same, but I'll still put it down. Red Elemental Blast, Shatter. It's an old card. That's some cool art. Yeah, I'm not even familiar with some of this old art. I'm just so stoked about this. Stone Rain. It's cool. Dwarven Warriors. This person kept it in order, kinda. So, if they would have had the $3,000, well, shoot. Like, trying to think if Revised had those, the Power 9. But if they had some mocks or something, I doubt they'd have like 4 of them. But those cards even that are worth hundreds now just used to be not worth much. But things change. If you see anything and you know your cards a little bit better than I do, which I tend to feel like I know them really, really well, like I kind of obsessed over them for a while, but feel free to correct me. And again, yeah, this isn't quite like the most relaxing ASMR style video, just because, I don't know, I'm really excited about these and just kind of want to see what we got and just enjoy them. So another lightning bolt. It's cool. $3. Let's see what these little things are. These are old, weird fantasy trading card game. So some old promotional type stuff. That's cool. Alright, so we got a few more stacks as well as the deck boxes. So yeah, definitely a lot of these like set cards still with the black border. Now there's some really old series that have the black border. And actually sometimes if I'm like really sorting for cards, I'll go through them upside down like I just did, because you can see the set symbol a little bit better. So this might be a few dollar card here, but I'm not sure. We'll put it aside. I'm not familiar with that one, but that's a cool card. It's this old art. That's just such a... Oh, Winter Orb. This one coming up is a good card. Again, it'd be worth so much if unlimited, but revised is cool. I'm glad to see that. That might be one that's only worth something as of like past couple of years. This stuff really power leak. I don't know. We're gonna have to go through these again. But yeah, even just the sound of these cards, I know, could be kind of neat. I like it, I know, so hopefully that is carrying the ASMR tingles a little bit. There's just a bunch of mountains there. That's cool. Like I said, some old lands. They're just like not easy to come by in this. That might be worth a little something, but I don't know. These are cool cards. Circle of Protections. Like, the game was so much different then. Like, I'd say most of the cards were either like really overpowered or just not very good. But yeah, I haven't seen much in this handful. Hope our luck hasn't run out, but that's still crazy. 2 mana vaults. Now, if it was mana crypt, that'd be like 300 currently. Alright, so a couple more, and then I want to see what I actually also have. So that's empty. That's a shame that all these boxes were empty. And then we just have one deck box after this, and it's not like a very old one. I mean, it's like old comparatively, but not to some of these cards. Upside down planes. It's a nice plane, so. These are just a few really. Like, look at that art. It's like in the sea. That's so cool. Lots of planes. Alright, so wrapping up here, we'll do that deck box last, but some pretty cool stuff. The Winter's Orb. A couple more that might be worth a little something. And like I said, still got some Pokemon cards to go through after the next video. And yeah, and if you're just trying to get like good value on cards or a good deal, like $20 for a box like this is never an instant buy. I mean, if you see old stuff, or if it looks like there's rares and everything, there's a good chance you'll make your money back. But if you don't know just the cards, or if you're not that interested, it's a good one. A few more here we got to about here. But yeah, I'm really happy with this bot. I know the video wasn't like the most ASMR relaxing video, but Pokemon one will make that a little bit more low-key and everything, and more closer to your original ideas of ASMR. But here's a nice little foil forest to cap it off. Hope you guys did find that somewhat relaxing and hopefully enjoyable or exciting like I did. If you have any questions about the cards, or if you want to mention anything, just definitely feel free. And I hope I find more of these sets in the future to share with you. It's one of my favorite things to do on the channel, and we'll keep doing them better and better as far as the videos go. So just go ahead and subscribe if you liked what you saw and you're interested about seeing more. And thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.